pronouns and how they can be annoying. All right. Okay. The examples that I've given previously of where when I feel that pronouns have become annoying and how people use them, uh, the when people say he or she, himself or herself, his or her, him or her, those gender-related uh, pronouns relating to gender, male and female, those that I've mentioned are typical in nonfiction books. These ones that I showed before. One of these is titled Classics of Modern Fiction, but there is an introduction to the book and an introduction to, yeah, there's an introduction to, yeah, each story has an introduction. The introduction to the book and the introduction to each story is nonfiction, and that also is when I noticed when, like the other non like the other nonfiction books, here and elsewhere, the author has been I found has been using this gender pronoun annoyance. It just having to read it frequently, I found it very irritating. That's why I'm making these videos, because of these nonfiction books. Okay, I wanted to give some examples from the books. I think it was just one book, but first I'll make the point that uh, it's annoying to me. Like I said in my short video, um, it's unnecessary to be doing this, to be saying he or she, him or her, his or her. That's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. I think people are doing that to be nice, I guess, to make sure that females, to make sure that females are not being excluded. But it is not necessary to do it in this way. When we have other words, like I said in my short video, this seems so basic. It seems like it should be, everyone should know this. To me, it seems obvious because we have these other words. Like I said in my short video, we have the word they, their, and them, which is these are gender neutral words, which could mean male or female. One word. We don't need, because we have these, uh, well, they're three words, but to use each one. That's just one word. And, and to use this one word, it's more efficient to use one word rather than three words. He or she, him or her, his or her. Like I said in my short video, it's awkward, it's long-winded, it's inefficient because you're using more words than you need to be using, and it's unnecessary. We don't need to do it. In a way, it's kind of, I was thinking it was kind of funny because why the person that's using this, these he or she, his or her, and him or her, it's like they are the person that's writing this, they are feeling like they need to make sure that the person that's reading this knows that there are both male and female. They need to know that there are both male and female in the world. Everyone should already know this. That's why we have people, because there are male and female to reproduce when they come together. When they do what they do to reproduce. We don't need. We already know that there are both male and female. We don't need to be told. By the way, there is both male and female. I suppose in this context, in this sentence, we want you to know we are talking about both male and female. Well, okay. Well, the word they or the word there or the word them means that you could be talking about either one. Do they think that the people that are against, are there people that are against use? They must be against it. That's why they're using he or she, him or her, his or her. They must be against using they, them, or their. Are they against using the gender neutral words because they think that the people that are reading they, them, or their are thinking, oh, they're not specifically saying female. Do they mean only males when they say they, them, or their? Is that, see, that doesn't make sense. Why would you think that? I think that females are being left out because they're not being specifically mentioned by saying he or she, him or her, his or her. Do they think, oh, we're not specifically mentioning the female gender when we're saying they, them, or their? Is that what they're thinking? Is that why they feel the need to say he or she, his or her, him or her? To make sure that people know, yeah, we're talking about females too here. Yeah, just trying to figure it out what people are thinking when they do this. My point is it's unnecessary. You don't need to do that because of the gender neutral words. They, their, and them. Just use those. Alright. It annoys me because I feel the need to, when I'm reading it in these nonfiction books, when the when I'm reading the he or she, his or her, him or her, when I'm reading it, it just annoys me because I kept seeing it. Then I feel the compulsion to edit it to correct the sentence. And then I have to read it again and fix it to take out the he or she, his or her, him or her, and put in they, their, or them. I gotta fix it. But then I lose my concentration on what I'm reading. It's annoying me. It annoys me when I have to do that. But it annoys me having to read this, what I feel is nonsense. The he or she, him or her, his or her. Okay. Now I will go to the examples in the nonfiction books and how I would fix them. Riverside Reader. Okay, Riverside Reader, page 5. All right, here we go. What's this one? Okay. All right. On page 5, I have the examples that I found. There is on this one page, there is a him or her. There is he or she twice. And then also a his or her. That's all on the same page. Okay. Page 5. See if I can find them. It should be easy to find. Okay. Here is the first example. All right. Try to see what's going on beneath the surface of the words. Try to get into the writer's mind and watch her or him. It's funny they switched it around. Usually I see it. The male is usually before the female. They switched it around here. Try to get into the writer's mind and watch her or him at work. Now, to me, yeah, I would say, okay, they're trying to tell us. They want us to know that writers are both male and female. They want us to know that. They need us to realize this. To remind us. Yes, writers are both male and female. They need to tell us this. They feel the need to tell us this. What they should be saying is try to get into the writer's mind and watch them at work. That's how I would say that. Watch them at work. It sounds so much better. Watch them at work. Them, they could be either male or female. That's fine. You don't need to say him or her. Okay. That was that one. Okay. Why is the author writing? What motivated him or her? why is the author writing? And it should be, what motivated them? It's such a relief. It's so much better to hear what motivated them. It's quicker to say, it's quicker to read. What motivated them is so much better than saying what motivated him or her. Ugh. Okay. And then further down the page, it says, for whom is the writer writing? What did he or she choose that? Oh, not what. Start over. For whom is the writer writing? Why did he or she choose that audience? Why did he or she choose that audience? Well, what it should say is, why did they choose that audience? Or you could also say, we're talking about writers here. You could also say, because it says, for whom is the writer writing? That kind of sounds funny. You could say, why did the writer choose that audience? It's another option. Either one, either saying why, or either saying the writer, because we're talking about writers, or the gender neutral they, would be, either one would be better than saying he or she. And then right next to this, and then it says, what does the writer know about that audience? How does that knowledge affect his or her writing? Let's try that again in a better way. What does the writer know about that audience? How does that knowledge affect the writer's writing? Or, even better, even better would be, how does that knowledge affect their writing? So much better than saying his or her. All right, not even done yet. Okay, here we go. There's more. But wait, there's more. What kind of strategies does the writer use? Is he or she telling stories, giving evidence, using examples, employing metaphor and images? Okay, instead of that, it should say, what kind of strategies does the writer use? Is the writer telling stories, giving evidence, using examples, employing metaphor and images? Or, what kind of strategies does the writer use? Are they telling stories, giving evidence, using examples, employing metaphor and images? It's exhausting reading this because it's long-winded. He or she, him or her, his or her, long-winded. You don't need to do it. It's unnecessary. Now when we have these other words that have been available for a long time. They, them, their. It's funny, but it's funny in a frustrating way that when I was looking for examples, I see on this one page, there's all these examples just on this one page. Another point I wanted to make, I was thinking, it's funny how authors like this, in this nonfiction book, they find it necessary in some places to use this gender nonsense, using he or she, him or her, his or her. They find it necessary to use it in some places, but then I see they don't use it in other places. So I was thinking, well, why didn't they use it here? They're using they, them, or they, them, or they, their, or them. They'll use they, their, or them in other places. And I was thinking, well, why didn't they use he or she or him or her or his or her? Why didn't they use it here? It seems kind of arbitrary. Why did they choose to use that there but not there? Did they have a quota? Were they told you got to make sure you use it? You use some he, she's, or him, hers, or his, hers. You got to use so many of them in your book. You got to fill that quota. I know they're aware. They know that there are words. They know this author. They know that there are these words. They, there, and them. They know because they used it in other. They use these words in other places. There's no excuse for using the he, her, he, she, his, her, he or she, his or her, him or her. There's no excuse for using them because they know, yes, we do have they, their, and them. Those words are available. Okay. I just want to get this done. I feel like I'm almost done here. I think I'll be able to finish this tomorrow. Yep. I gotta. I just got a camera, which is really frustrating. Trying to just get it off, get it open because it was stuck in this. I guess I could show it quickly. Ow. I got this camera because I wanted to take videos of time-lapse videos of me drawing, and it took a while to figure out how to get it off of here because it doesn't just come up like that. I was probably muffling the audio. It doesn't just. I had to. Like that. And then this. Anyway, it was really frustrating. And then also, it was really frustrating just getting it unbended, opened, and then just trying to figure out, well, how did I get this? Because it's got this part, and then yeah, it yeah. I was very frustrated in trying to figure this out, and then I was also frustrated because I thought it said I could just use it right out of the box, but you can't use it right out of the box. You have to go on the internet and download something just to use it. So I have to do that. I have to do that today. All right. Hopefully, I don't have any issues with this camera because I had to send the last one back because of the SD card. Couldn't find the right one. Okay. Time to get going.